everyone. I'm here today to kick off our aspect series and talk about the conjunction. So, conjunctions, I talked the other day a little bit about orbs, a little bit about the fact that energy is energy. And so if you have two things in Aries, for example, regardless of the fact they may not be in orb, they are still swimming in the same pool. One will feel the splashing from the other one. But today we'll talk about conjunctions. What is a conjunction? Now, conjunctions, let's just speak the technical, everyday, straightforward stuff. A conjunction is when two planets are, if we're using orbs, within a certain orb, let's say 8 to 10 degrees, depending on whether it's a sun and moon or other planets. And that means that we consider those two to be joining forces. Joining forces is a nice way to think about a conjunction. So, conjunctions are the fusing together, the melding, the unity. You know, they've made a commitment to each other. They need to work together. You know, they're arm in arm. Where one goes, so does the other. So there's no getting away from whoever it is that you've chosen to pair up with in this lifetime. Now, conjunctions are also very much about two entities combining their superpowers. So let's imagine when we watch a Marvel movie, we might have Wonder Woman and Superman coming together, and they both have strengths. They also both have weaknesses. I don't think kryptonite is Wonder Woman's weakness, but I'm sure she has some. So both of the planets, and of course we could be talking about a stellium, which is 2 or 3 or more planets, but right now I'm just talking about 2 planets together. You know, what are their superpowers and how are they combining them? And what is their kryptonite? And how are they working together? Because you're going to see, let me give you an example. If someone has a Moon-Mars conjunction in the sign of Capricorn, which of those 2 planets is possibly going to have a more oomph, more power, more accessibility? Not to say both can't work well, but Mars in Capricorn, which we call exalted, and Moon in Capricorn, which we call in detriment, they are coming together. So maybe initially in this soul's life, the evolutionary process of these 2 superpowers is that Mars outweighs the Moon a little bit initially. But they've come together for a reason. They have to learn how they can combine their forces for good or evil. What does that look like? So a good way to do this is to just consider the urge and the expression of the planet first, before you consider anything else. What does the Moon and Mars, just to keep to the same example, offer? You know, this is a combining of the warrior woman. This is a combining of strong matriarchal presence. This is perhaps, you know, emotional needs combined with a need for adventure. I mean, there is so much we could talk about. We know the Moon is about family. We know Mars is about courage. You know, maybe there's courage to confront the family and find new goals and new ways forward in this lifetime. Or perhaps it's about making sure in this lifetime that you pay attention to your emotional needs, and so on. Then, of course, we want to consider the sign and the house and any other aspects. But if you are learning to work with conjunctions, you want to consider the planetary superpowers coming together in a fusion and a uniting where they work at their highest good. Of course, we're going to do the shadow stuff because that's how we learn to do it better. Anyway, that's my introduction on conjunctions. They are very subjective. Sometimes conjunctions are, they're not always easy for the person that has them to see. And, you know, they can be quite internal sometimes. But, of course, it depends, too, on the planets that we're working with. So do you have conjunctions in your chart? If you do, pop me a message. Love to read about your experience of 2 planetary forces coming together. If you've enjoyed what I've shared please subscribe to my channel and give me a like. And until soon, when we talk about the sextile, have a great day. Bye for now.